Hey guys, here's Church Ranch. Just finished up stripping. The guys finished strip yesterday. I wanted to point out there are some pieces of they look like wax, but it's not, definitely not wax, because it's not reacting to our stripper, the stripper we use to remove the wax. So it leads me to believe that it might actually be epoxy on these floors, and I've had my guys kind of go around and scrape as much of it off. Overall, these look great, but they do have here and there a couple of spots that did not react to our floor stripper. Not too many, I mean tiny spots here and there. For the most part, these are great looking floors. They're zero wax on them now, so they're getting ready to get wax on them. Just wanted to shoot a quick video of what these guys look like. This is just mop water, that's why it looks like that. But they're now drying out. The final rinse after they've been stripped. They're the final rinse to remove any contaminant, any leftover soap or stripper that might be on them, getting removed now. And then the next step would be to wax them. Get those five coats of wax on there, and they're gonna look fantastic. Just a quick rinse of the floor. That's just a quick rinse with just water and a quick scrub, just to eliminate any leftover contaminants. And they should dry out completely dull, like this here, starting to dry out pretty dull. And then after that, we're gonna go ahead and wax them. This is a spot like the ones that I'm talking about. This here, this is already dry, but this is a spot that looks like, and you can feel it, it's not wax. This is something else that has been there for a long time, and I think these are the ones that we've been looking for and getting rid of. But it's a big pain to get rid of this, because it's not reacting to our floor stripper. We're having to use blades to scrub these patches of whatever that is, which I really think it's just epoxy, just old epoxy. At some point somebody, I guess, thought it was a good idea to use that on these, and I don't ever think it's a good idea to use epoxy on VCT floors. Here's another spot right here. This might actually be residue from tape or something, but that just right now what's going on is a final rinse and final inspection to remove anything that looks like that. And then once everything is proof checked, so to speak, then we'll look into getting the wax on there, and I'll do here a separate video which I'll connect to this video to show you that process. But yeah, you can see, I mean, there is absolutely no more wax on these floors. They are completely scrubbed all the way down. There are some areas that are worn. You know, these edges right here, there's old glue and old just worn areas around them, typically around the sinks and water faucets, drinking fountains, all that good stuff. Usually right underneath those there's a little bit of wear on the floor. Here's one over here, and you can tell right away. And there's a little bit of staining here, and there's also a lot of gapping in between the tiles, and that's because, you know, kids leak water here and there. Probably a good idea to put something to collect the water that gets leaked and then cleaned later. But for the most part, these things are starting to dry out and look pretty good. Once we're done with the final inspection, final scraping of whatever we can find, then we'll start to wax, and I'll put some pictures and a separate video connected to this here in a little bit. So this is the after. These floors look amazing. Everything's put back already, and this is room by room. Everything looks very beautiful.